So, welcome to this segment. My friend here, Lukman Oriomi Hassan, is the author of a book, Do It Earlier, The Startup Cheat. And then I'm going to discuss with him on this. Although I was worried earlier on when I was discussing with him that you were not seeing me then. Okay, and then I was trying to ask him why they startup cheat. But welcome to the program in any case.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, I just quoted from Adam Smith that we are not expecting a dinner from benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, the baker. Nah, I mean, they're doing it for their own interest. So whatever they give us, there's an exchange, there's something we give in return.
Yes.
Okay, so why did you write this book?
Okay. So Naval Ravikant, a seasoned entrepreneur, advised that to write a great book, you must first become the book. Yes, so contained in that book are cheats. That's why the startup cheat. Are cheats or tips from a regular young individual who actually started from the bottom. And I have so many people that are out there that actually at the bottom I want to get to the top. We started from the bottom, no family wealth, no privileges, pure strategies born out of observing the realities around, then practically living the struggles before breaking out of the normative ideology of capitalism problem mostly chanted by most intending entrepreneurs. So as someone who has been or who has lived that phase, I think I'm in the best position to advise those that are intending to start up. Yes.
Now, you're a young man, and this is the age of people not wanting to work, people not wanting to exercise their brains, but they want to be rich, right? Now, for you to be putting down these ideas in paper, these thoughts, on paper, it then means that you want to grow above your age mates. In other words, you want to realize something by working hard. So legitimately.
Yes.
So, what advice are you now giving to those? I don't want to mention Yahoo elbows and stuffs like that, but those who want to cut corners to become rich.
Okay. So on that, I think it's clearly spelled. Every society has values and vices. So we all know the values, we all know the vices. Yes, and even for because all of this still has importance when it comes to background, upbringing. So regardless, the society hasn't failed by educating over time. You see out there people condemning vices here and there. So in my own little way, I'm encouraging societal value by earning one's livelihood legitimately. And in that course, because it's not easy to start up in Nigeria or in the world, in anywhere in the world, it's not easy to start up and make it to the top. So on that said note, this book can equip the reader on how to brace themselves, because the book adopts a kind of psychological and sociological approach to achieve startup of any venture, regardless of the industry, successfully. So the book promotes values at all angles, promote values and equips the readers to follow these cheats and then become independent, financially or economically independent.
Now, that's something you made allusion to here.
Okay.
That you don't necessarily need to cry over not having capital.
Yes.
For you to, start investing and make it big. What are you talking about?
Yes,
you need
because,
capital, don't you?
Yes, you do need capital. Because that's what you hear most people like, how do I go about this business with no capital, with this beautiful business idea of mine? Why is capital so unfair to me? This, that, But yes, capital is essential in the startup game, but it's not actually the problem. Yes, because in the book, emphasis were placed about the business cradle guides, and that's now talking about like the conception of the business idea itself. That's for you to succeed. So for you to succeed with little or no financial strength, with little or no financial strength, if the uniqueness of your business idea is top, you can actually break through. And the book guides you on how to conceptualize a good business idea that will be unique. Yes, step by step, down to the brand naming, down to the execution style. It's contained in the book.
Now, I want to follow up on this.
Okay.
The idea itself is actually what goes to making you. What is wrong with our conceptualization of ideas here? Is it that we try to borrow from outside and dump it? Or that we dream without thinking about our environment? What are the major problems with our ideas that they don't get to fruition?
Okay. Answering that, I think most people are, should I say, lazy in that aspect when it comes to like, sitting down, coming up with creative ideas. They just want to do what almost every other person is doing. If you want to go into an industry, let's say, you want to venture into a business generally, you just want to do it like almost how every other person is doing. You just want to start your own. So you be joining the queue of those other guys you met there. And this stresses importance on advertisements. Yes, it stresses importance on that because now you will need to invest hugely on adverts. Yes, to place your own business ahead of competitors. But if you take your time, you understand, follow some tenets that are communicated in that book, you'll be able to come up with unique business ideas. You understand? You come up with unique business ideas that will save you that stress of having joined that queue. Because I actually did almost like a practical. I left a job, a paying job, to experiment all of those things that were communicated in the book. Yes, I was working, but I left the job to start on my own business venture. And to the glory of God, I was able to do it successfully. So that was why I now advised.
We'll come to that. Well, I'm discussing with Lukman Oriomi Hassan. He's reading a book, Do It Earlier, the startup cheat. And he just mentioned to us that he quit his paying job to go to the streets and then hustle it out. And then he's happy he succeeded. He put down some ideas here. But we're going to take a break now. And then when we come back, I continue with him. And I hope you're following the trend. You're following what he's talking about. I am actually very happy that he's a young man. In other words, it's not about age. It's actually about you. We'll be right back. Don't go away.